Okay, I'm back. I don't know what just happened. Like, okay, I'm back. I was trying to do the stream to TikTok, but I was able to get in and do that, and that was cool. But then it takes over the camera, and then it takes over it without any effects or anything. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know if I need to plug in my DSLR or try doing it that way. I have no idea what just happened. Yeah, I don't know. I have to tinker with it a little bit more. Man, that really sucked. There were people really showing up in the stream over there. Maybe who knows? Maybe I'll do something where it could be like a Mark Cooper Monday or a TikTok Tuesday or something. I don't know. And then maybe be able to show that stream again, but I show it on TikTok for, official reviews. Or, we separate it. I don't know. We'll figure out something. But like I said, I'm a little behind. And like I said, welcome to the Mark Cooper Monday, everybody. So what we're gonna do is just gather all this stuff together. We don't have a lot of stuff. We have a little bit of things. Face, what up, man? Let's see how many we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 today. We got 16 today. So let me go ahead and lock the list real quick. All right. So now the list is locked. We can be able to get started here. So about 16 in here today. All right. Looks like the first one is going to be Shaldo. So that's just kind of how the list rolls.
Time doesn't heal all wounds. Hard work, innovation, and we can. Corewell Health.
Hey, attention everyone. I've been trying to catch the Pontiac Bandit for 8 years. You know how many months that is?
Hold on. Why is it saying I'm streaming a game? I hate when they do that. But should we update all? Hopefully all this stuff is updated. We should be good. I don't know why it's saying I'm playing something, but I'm not. But let's go. Okay. Bakugo, nice. I like all this stuff.
Yeah. We gonna do this in Japanese. はい日本語の勉強は難しいけどそれはいいですよだから俺様は頑張ってるよ安心しろいてやるよ Never been the type to slack or lay low from my own way digging on chapter A hole
What's good, Stone?
Spinning like black tornado one punch out hitting my hat to KO Oh yeah sumi break out show me she kawaii tell her come chat to me on a chessboard couldn't be a porno but keep it to get more when I need a porno bully I bet everything I have for myself fully when it's crunch time bread is crack I'm a tough cookie it's too late to hate I'm higher sugi with the chopsticks a plate I ain't young kumi Sate calm down brother just smarty I'm quite unique the type to keep some rice and peas and turn it to sake you waste breath I'm more interested Omoshiroi desu ne I'm flexing switch language and keep them guessing you're gonna need a translator cause I'm on the next team Manatu baka baka da yo baka yaro baka mono baka da yo baka yaro baka mono baka da yo baka yaro baka mono baka da yo baka yaro baka mono
Hey, 似てるからステパったもの空耳変換でパッたもんゴンゲン声へのやる気ジャックボーボーキックスで I don't know 上で喋らせたら好きからレア手に止まらないヘリやら所その目あられ小さな島国の刀か丸の丸のソウルマネから初夏したバレなわけキャッシャや This is my pronunciation when I bet show 取り間に持ち合わせるリスペクトのあなたじゃやバカにはできないラッケンこちらは各県ウォールセンス逆転
Humanity バカだよバカ野郎バカ者バカだよバカ野郎バカ者バカだよバカ Bacayano, Bacamono, Baca, Bacadayo, Bacayano, Bacamono. Could've drowned, but I swam then. Now I hang ten, and then like a man then. Got me feeling like a captain. Won't break if you can't stand me like a backache. That's great, keep me while I got your white pit. Hit you, knee, sand, shut up. If it's UK anime, I better come up, you the liar. I say hi with a higher. Shout that it's home to die, but now, crowd say, every time I step forward, I break ground. Feeling like I'm deep daughter, I shake towns. Head up in no key soda with rain clouds. They cannot battle me, casualties hang from my mantelpiece. Stab the feet, casually fam, call this Japanese. Bag of these fools trying to spell my ambition, but I'm nerdy and black and move. You're dancing Baca, Bacadayo, Bacayano, Bacamono, 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 Baca, Bacadayo, Bacayano, Bacamono.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, that moonwalk was cool too. Ooh, I'm sorry, my phone was going off at the same time because I can't look at the Facebook chat in here. Now I actually can. I see Taco's here, Ryan is here, everybody's here. I appreciate all of you. Personally, I find it really dope that you find different ways to not only, you know, literally making your songs about like from anime references and infusing Japanese culture in there the best way you can. I like the fact that you do that and you don't make it sound like it could be like a pandering issue or anything like that. It just seems like you really appreciate the art of it. Track is fire all the way. The mix is great. The feature was perfect. It was just very, very ingenious and very clever. So I wanted to give you your flowers for that because that was great, man. Great work. I don't really, have any notes when it comes to that certain thing. Everything was polished. I mean, even when the last time you submitted before where I was talking about certain things with the hook, it's like everything rounded together. It's even, TikTok sound-based worthy as well. It gives you an ability where you can market those particular tracks in maybe 2 or 3 different ways. So you don't have to necessarily have to worry about, okay, well, I did this song, so how am I going to market it? How am I going to do that? You can literally take this over, and since it already has a different language of bilingual in this, you can easily take a whole different marketing scheme, route and market it even in different countries. And it works out very well. It doesn't seem like it's insulting or you just kind of, forced it. Because I believe you do speak Japanese. You did study it. So the fact that you combine that both in your brand is not only going to be ingenious for all of your fan bases to enjoy, but it also puts you in another pocket when it comes to you can do an entire concert of all your songs in a completely different language and they can enjoy the same experience at how you perform now. So I just want to give you your flowers. Great work. I see you, going on tour and being able to tour in the States and everything like that. That is not an easy feat. And I just want to make sure that you know that you got your just dues for that because that's very, very dope. It is not easy to do, and that could make you a one of one. So great job on that, man, 100%. All right, let's go into the next one. Okay, so you said this fam dropped him. All right, let's hear it.
I was trying to help you out.
I got a stat out on a pill to people frontin'. I got real in my bones. I seen lies you couldn't stomach. Iron curtain, they had thought I couldn't make it, but I cut it. Steady bugging. Told my boss I need a razor, it get ugly. Calling plays, I don't care who on the line. I'ma run it. Willie Mays in the middle of the field, but they want hum me. I'm in game mode. Tell me do the race and I'm a gun and I'ma pull off. Claiming they official ain't got no cost. Whistleblowing trying to stop a play, but you don't ball. Fly enough to Dougie with the birds, but I don't fall. Paid enough to pay some of my bills, ain't no day off. Only thing between me and the million is my day off. Putting estimations on my ceilings and you way off. Hunting season, we gon' send them home, it's the playoffs. Let me count it up. One reason I'm a dog, she gon' toot it up. Third bottle in the club, I just booted up. For all of my dogs drinking fists. For all of my dogs drinking fists with a 6-shooter tuck. Trying to shoot a 7 ain't good in a couple months. No use in denying, shine bright enough to strike a sun. Tending to the birds, yeah, I love you, but I'm still the one. Yeah, I'm still the one. Yeah, I'm still the one.
Okay. One thing I do want to say is that you just got to make sure when you record these kind of tracks, especially when it's like an 808 vibe kind of thing, like if you're going to have a hook that's maybe like kind of like in the background where you just, chilling with your friends, it's not like a really prominent hook or anything like that. Try to figure out a way to have the beat cater to what exactly you're trying to do. So for example, the way it has it sound in the background, it's like it's almost coming from just the left hand of the headphones here. And you just want to see if there's some way that you can be just a little bit more creative on that, because it's already a vibe, and sometimes vibes don't need, less is more when it comes to those things. But you got to make sure that it actually, pays a particular homage, or it actually is there for a beneficial moment. You know what I mean? You kind of don't want just to be there. Try to find a way to mold those in together so the hook is like, if it's, fuck it, we ball. Like if that's what the song is, I'm thinking balling as in, that's kind of like a loud, that's kind of like a, a swag, it's a flex. So if you have that lowered in the verse itself, it's like, do you really ball? You know what I mean? Not to think like that, but it's a way that somebody can perceive the track. So you want to look at these things.
Walk through hot shit, looking like I'm selling lean again. Come 360 deep, gotta divvy up my dividends. Looking at my system, so I'm feeling like I'm him again. I'm focused on the bag, I ain't even take no Ritalin. Gotta have it, paycheck, deposit automatic. Blew a bag, saw that bottle, we gotta have it. Half a blunt, one hit, then you gotta pass it. Ooh. That shit hit different. 100 between 6, but I'm big pimpin'. Watch my partners pay the way like I'm big pimpin'. I ain't finna buy a drink cause I'm still tipping. I got the broke nigga blues like I been crippin'.
Fuck it, let me get Krishan. She gon' get my face tatted like I'm Big Sean. Mrs. Put it on, I am not you hoes. I don't have to chase a check, anything goes. I don't gotta pose, I'm just built different. No, they love to hate, cause I do the most. He got a 9 cause I'm a 10, my nigga love to boast. I'ma blow a bag, just to say I did. Wake up in the morning, do that shit again. Fuck it, do that shit again. All my friends dead, shout out Abram Benjamin. Taught me how to run it up so I can spend again. I'm getting rich, fuck it, go and tell a friend. I'm sweating.
Being silly. I don't know if you guys decide to stack the hooks later after everybody rapped. I wasn't sure, but yeah, it's just one of those, like, it just seems like it's growing, so not bad so far. Definitely a vibing track, especially if you guys perform that and then everybody in the crowd be like, F it, we ball. F it, we ball. You know what I'm saying? It work out just fine there. Woo, what's up? Galactic, I just saw your tweet, man. I'm sorry, bro. I just trying to get these things fixed. So I just want to get, keep everybody updated here. So I was able to stream to the TikTok thing, but the thing is it takes over the camera, which is weird. What? Dry pasta? Why? Why are you passing out dry pasta? I don't understand. None of them want that. What are you doing? But now what I was saying before, I was able to get it to work, but the thing is it takes over the camera and I am not able to get a stream key yet, which is weird. Like, it allows me to stream live and do the live studio and I got accepted, but it just doesn't allow me to grab a stream key. So I'm trying to figure out what would be best, because I know there's a lot of people here, like in the community, that would like to, be able to have their music heard by random people. Like, we already have it set up like that, but a lot of our community is usually watching these streams, or, fans of mine are. But, I was just trying to figure that out. One day I got to figure out when they allow me to do the stream key. And once that happens, it'd be dope. But like I said, Good work. Let's go to the next one. It's a cipher. Mozzie said he had a cipher for me. And of course, it's in the Spotify where you're supposed to send it to the. All right. Oh.
You're in the presence of the Hashira. These are the 9 highest ranking swordsmen in the Demon Slayer Corps.
Protecting a demon is a clear violation.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Take them with style.
No way! You really kill a child as adorable as him?
Alas, to see such a pitiful creature.
Demon Slayer cipher.
What do you call them when they're shaped like that? How shall we make him take responsibility?
What the hell do you think you're trying to pull here exactly?
This cipher feels good. And you didn't even tell me about it.
Moving my steppers, chain blade, fuck your boss, bitch. Slide for the Hashira, slide for my pupil. My slide for the host, but they already shot. Like, damn, son. Just give me a second to turn up. Too flashy, I light up with burners. This district is pussy and murder. Okay, demons on the loose, but they're not safe when I'm here. We got this fucking flag, yeah. Hey, bitch, I'm dangerous, better watch me. Very little homie, where you lay? I don't wanna side with my 3, no way. Bitch, you with that vibe, go away. Make it bigger out my name, no. He ain't Jimmy, he ain't flashy, he no.
Everyone underestimates love, saying there's no strength in this core. I'll show them how feelings can rise with God, and in the end, I always win the war. Tell me, would you be standing here without love? Reading in all your force, or just a lack thereof? See this mark on my neck, it fits me like a glove.
Wait, hold on a second. Is this whole cipher a singing cipher? Memes, is this a whole singing cipher? Because if it is, I'm going to be angry. Because I would have liked to do something like this. I never get invited for it. I want to do something like this. It'd be so dope. It'd be so dope.
The shivers come first. You could be doing anything else, but now these facts are in your face. I still walk with grace. No demons left that I could chase. I bring my kids through disgrace, but all by nights in my faith. All these people I will save, the roles will reverse.
Yeah, don't be talking too much. Let me pull up to the scene and the demons they done. You know better than mess with a Hashira. Cuando yo lo ponga todo en la lápida. Slicing and dicing, I've been going crazy. I'm in a bit of a road, yeah. Sliding the strike in the doable navy. Y'all are some pitiful souls, yeah. The words on my brother gotta set my heart ablaze. Calling me monster when they see my face. In reality, I turned to a monster when I decided to pick up the blade. Whoa, the serpent serving y'all death. Whoa, and did you be pushing like in death? Bro, me sorry, her love is my end. Go have to show her that I am the best. Whoa, even if we die, y'all know I'm always finna love her, yeah. Hold up, even in another life, I'm never switching for another. Peace.
Fire, bro. Ooh, it molded into something else. That beat is disgusting, bro.
What was the shape of that cloud
But they
again?
never miss me. Swimming in the murk, you getting murked, dismiss my symphony. Playing off of purple, boys get hurt, they step to the entity. Brand new blade with the mansions. It's like I'm from giving demons the mansion. I drew a body the pendulum, that's why I switch. I see where the crack and the haze is your blow at. Hey, whoa. Tim got food, so I bring sauce in. Soldiers, but move quiet. Brings on.
The only thing I can say is just with certain beats, you just got to be a little careful when it comes to the reverbs and the 808s and stuff. Because sometimes they'll make it like it's really, really up front. And it'll just like kind of make it just a tad muddy. You just want to be careful. And I recommend a little bit of saturation when you guys are using auto-tune and stuff like that. Because what I was explaining before is that when it comes to auto-tune, there's always going to be a low-end portion of that. So you want to make sure that you saturate to get rid of that extra low-end bass that you can't hear. You know, just to let you know, there's that hertz that the human ear cannot hear, but in the music, it will be there regardless, whether if you can hear it or not. The more you clear that out, the easier it will be for you to have even more of a cleaner mix, just to let you know.
Call me Trojan, causing the sun. I'm awesome, flip the lagoons, give them trauma. Whipping and ripping the scene, I'm blowing up steam. I play with your faction like Congo. My old team of muscles will take you out of the night, we move in silence. Off and off a keys, a key, don't play with me, alright. They could never put the beat on me, I play for keeps like science. Guess that's why they call me biased.
Enough talking, get the gun cocking. Get some clout, think they start walking. I'm the demon, they be stalking.
Hey.
I'm inside hawking, the strongest in chalking. One flick of the sword, these birds get to squawking.
Yeah.
Because it bust your eye, just ingrained. Sick, get sparkers, thoughts it on your screen. Been a different type of clean. When that hot wind blows, I tolerate anyone would lean. Since the green windmill marks me as the king. Even though my family.
Hey, man. Woo, that's like one of your best verses yet for me. This is one of your best verses so far this year. Nah, this is great, bro. You getting in your pocket, you getting the groove. I can hear you feeling it. Then the 808 bass bin came in, and I knew that was the part you was like, I'm about to kill that part, because you was rapping like you about to do that. That's awesome, man. I love the growth and I love the improvement. Forget what everybody says, bro. You on your way up.
It's still ride or die. Even if I'm last alive, I still keep my family alive. Fuck y'all, didn't get a chance to vote, but remember, bitch, you be talking to a ghost.
Spark up a mess, they like he back, so let's ignite it quick. Fighting with my clique, and get litty when I'm invited. Quick to change around the subject like hypocrites is enticing. How you think you under me when the plot say you not surviving? Fighting with facts when none of them stand on my bracket, but he on his head like he Yoda. Talking about the stripes, I'm a demon, I've been in the field while they pussy just throw with a bow to get cut through. I don't got the time to be wasting my pride when I live and turn over. My heart set ablaze, I speak what I am, so it's fire for days. The demon gets placed and ring Goku to the beat them back. Never had in the past, remember that none of this shit would ever happen to say. Trying to figure out rubber now, stuck and relax. Find a fight, bubble through, I guess I'm thinking in last. I'll charge him with no hesitation, for justice is good, but the new destination of heaven or hell. As soon as one take me, my name will live on while I die as the greatest.
As they say my name, I hear the cries above from those that still remain.
Hey. Got to make sure with that auto tune there, it's in the right key. It sounds like you were in the harmony key, not the root key, and that's the reason why it fluctuated like that.
I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I fear. Everyone think I'm weird. I don't even trust my peers. Sloppy toe cloak my gear. You can get done the flights right here. When this water breathing, I'm taking off ears. Once we done here, bitch, I'll disappear. Ooh, this that 11th form. Never waste none of my time in no dorm. Ooh, I've been born since I was born. Y'all bugging more than Shinobu swarm. Ooh, I'm really cool. Y'all warm and a greater feeling than what I perform. I won't be satisfied cause I need more. It's more. Demon bitch, stay on the floor. Boy, I got my sword. You wanna make music, I'm striking that chord. Gore, what I've seen since I was 4. I really start with that yai, but in real life, I got 3 blades at the spot. I'll go off on my own if I feel like following me gets you chopped. Stop, sharpen the block. I'll call up Kenya if you need a shot. Tanjiro got me hot, but he up next though, ho, I guess you not. I'm a loner, all I do is plot. Do I even deserve this spot? Dig right at me, get you stabbed. Had to get my youngest in the motherfucking lab. Can't get my Hashiras off of your choppy, your nautical. Underwater fighting back is impossible. Really unstoppable, fighting phenomenal. When they see me, they freeze up like a popsicle. I bet you moves, I won't run me the ones. I bet you shouldn't have sliding in buns. The way that I work, I don't need all your funds. At least not at once, cause I'll be having fun.
And then key to weave to end it.
Throne, like a bee in a hive, put it on everything. I protect my own.
What's up, John? I don't got the bing like. What's good, hero?
They say I got too much rage in my heart, a fire that won't be tamed after dark. Moving at the speed of light, demon slayer of the night, killing demons when I slice. I'm a pretty butterfly with a poison appetite. See the oven is on sight.
Perhaps it would have been better had he not been born at all.
Of course, it's got to be Mozzie. You know that.
sail with me, come down real quick. I don't really wanna be like this now. Gotta keep all my energy low. Even if I gotta start up slow, I'ma chop it up, I'll keep the flow. Man, I pray to God I make it home. Even if my heart go turn to stone, I'ma turn a demon to a ghost. I really can't believe I did this, no. You gotta put your head up, Slayer, this ain't for the weak. If you wanna protect the people, yeah, you gotta be diligent, fast, strong. My demon gon' tell you wrong. Fuck up out and the head's gone. My prayers, they pass on. Pass that baton to these players. See, it's gonna meet, they make us. I know they beggars and they takers, but I got them in my back. Like Dynasty, I keep on moving, cause I did this for my peers. Yeah, I cannot give in to the fear. I be holding up the function, I'm the strongest of the villains. And if I'm acting out of character, it's really fucking feeling. It really sucks like cause you playing, it's the hand that I was dealing. And if you really wanna live, honestly, I would get to fleeing. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Honestly, I get to.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
For the record, bro, like I said, definitely fire Cypher. You already know what you're doing there. A little salty because I didn't know about anything like that. Because look at this roster, dog. Look at this roster on here. You had Key, you had Smoke with Left Earth on this track, bro. Everybody was just fire. Wu had like one of the best verses of the season from him in his repertoire. Kami was killing the vocals. Nina went and chopped double time singing. Everybody was there. Memes is memes. We already know what memes can do. King Menace is just King Menace. It's like, everybody is on this thing, and I don't get called. But in all record, I wouldn't even add the time anyway. Just finishing up the project. So yeah, so I thoroughly understand. I'm gonna kill you about this mix, but that's another story. Cause like I said, when you got 3 or 4 different beats, of course Sage, man, Lost Sage was in the building too, waving. We know that. Just so many of them. I just hope he knows I didn't forget about him, like he didn't go nuts. Everybody went nuts on here, but this mix makes me just a tad upset. There's some things in that bass that you have to look at each one of these beats. If you have to, sometimes you might have to mix those one by one. I recommend probably not mixing those all in the same session. And the only reason why is because you already have them being separated. So what you should do is you should mix it to an area where you got it together. And then once you get everything put in place, then you put all 3 of those separate. Make sure there's a transition there, and then make sure they're the same volume of the master. So that way it doesn't seem like it bounces around. That's the only thing I can say here. Other than that, great work, bro. Great work. All right, let's go to the next one. Omega, Blackbeard. Let's go. I'm sorry. It's a Blackbeard rap. Omega Red.
Hands of the villain, boy, made me.
Ty Wild.
Hands of the villain, boy, made me.
Let's get it.
Yeah, hands of the villain, boy, I pull up. Down, trying back that front. Clown tryna act man tough, little man try bounce to the back of your son. Pussy don't pack no punch, but the punches you pack all punch, but clapping the gas and drums. Back to the clowns, y'all got stuff for whack shit punk. I'm a hazard, you slide your slum. Ayy, cha cha, motherfuckers finna slide like cha cha. That's 2 tech nines and they bop bop. Got them bugging when the arms start to pop up. Vanish they bitch like top dog, man they can sit with a dog. Playing in their end, I'ma get in they dead and I'm jamming connection on hotspot. White breed getting knocked off, I'm a motherfucking villain. Cause a ruckus when I ride. Big bro done brought the burner, but I brush him off just fine. Pops crashing out the blacking out, ducking and I dive. My dog sliding, cause you slip and moving sluggish with my slime.
Man, got a snail 10, boy, they done let me on the ringer. You would think I'm King Mike, they saw this goat up on my face. I made that candy with the oil, I'm trying to make sure that it lingers. Shoot it with me, close your part, trying to like the fly up off your wrist. Hand of the villain, boy, I'm aiming for destruction. Hand of the villain, boy, I'm aiming for destruction.
Hey, for the record, I have to tell you, bro. I've been listening to a lot of your songs over time in this past 2 years, right? But I really want to say one thing, bro. I got to give you your flowers for the improvement of the way you do hooks, bro. You never really had bad hooks, is not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is now it's gotten to the point where you got a rhythm of what exactly is your sweet spot when it comes to certain kinds of hooks. I like the fact that you explore different kinds of beats, different kinds of, different types of, tracks and instrumentals and things like that. But I like the fact when you're like, okay, this is definitely something that I usually do. This is my game. This is my thing. This is what I know. And I know it well. So now it's to the point that you're not only doing these hooks and writing them and, you were always writing them. But what I'm saying is now that you got to the point that you wrote it in a rhythm, in a pocket, which is a pocket where you can be very comfortable performing. So getting in that element of being able to do a hook that you can easily have a call and response and get individuals hype about songs and things like that, that is the pocket you need to be in. You can always rap, you can go bar Smith, and you can bar out to death. You always could. But the thing is now, it's making sure that you have the hook to match the verses so you can be able to get out of a rap and then immediately go into a hook. And that's what I'm seeing is an issue now with a lot of individuals who are making these songs nowadays, is that you guys will rap this double time, and then by the time you finish that, you're very exhausted. You're like, oh my God, like how am I going to get right to the hook? And then now you feel exhausted trying to jump in the first line of the hook, and that could be, that could be disastrous if you do that wrong. So by being able to be comfortable enough to write a verse to the point, that's what I would say the best option is nowadays. You want to make sure you write your verse to the point that you can be able to immediately, with a breath or two, be able to go right into the hook. And that'll be beneficial because what can you do? After that verse, let's say you drop the beat. Let's say you surprise your fans and you drop the beat. I've done this before. So you're rapping your verse, you at your last 16, you drop the beat, boom, and then you do the hook a cappella. And then now people really heard what you said in the acapella. And that's a good segment way from getting from one track to the next one. So that way you know that the crowd is either rocking with it or they not rocking with it. And you could be able to decide right then and there with that aspect. So, like I said, you're getting to the point where that actually can be beneficial to your favor and to your advantage. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Because if it gets to the point, like when you see people rap over vocals, I'm not going to get into that conversation. Because there's always, there's two sides to that whole thing. But what I want to say is that it will be a good advantage to be able to create songs that don't make it difficult for you delivery or breath control to be able to perform these particular records. Because if you get to the point where it gets difficult for you to switch from one place to another, or you got to switch the way you say it or anything like that, it's a track that's not cohesive. You want it to be like a one track. So if it comes to the point where you're going to get ready to switch train tracks or whatever, you want that lever to be easy. You don't want it to be like next track, and then you just jump over. And then you just jump over. And then, it doesn't seem smooth here. And it could be disastrous in a performance, especially if you are a person that does rap over vocals and you're trying to catch up with the beat itself. If you have a verse that bleeds into the hook like a little too much, then you can't get to the hook. And then when you get to the hook, it just looks awkward. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to substitute by getting super hype and jumping up and down and everything. And then it just doesn't look cohesive. It doesn't make the best performance you can make. I'm not saying it'll be a bad performance. What I will say is it doesn't give you the best route here. You know what I'm saying? If you can find a smoother route to go for it, go for it. But that's what I'm saying. You got to make sure you pay attention to those aspects. That's really important.
Hand of the villain, yeah, I ain't nothing to fuck with. Hand of the villain, boy, I'm aiming. I vow to kill niggas, I swear on the code. Right hand on your chicken, she giving black hole. Left hand the crack phone, trying to shatter your skull. The awkward talk when I send it back home. Trying to rectify, get wrecked, thinking you survive a wreck, but I could reconcile. Yummy, your free high retina, I leave you unrecognized. Put a punch and I shot at the sky. Niggas say they see fault in my line. Different cloth, I ain't cut from the line. Y'all run the Twitter with the tears in your eyes. Work generation like, tell them I don't give a fuck. Head down, I'll be quiet, cause one of y'all say something slick, then I'm finna fuck all of y'all up. It's them good 4-6, put your gold in a vortex. Oh yes, I got the abilities. When in vicinity, I can put darkness inside of your horse. So who is you talking to? It'll get dark when I spark with the world or two. Big body, black and red like the way I spit it, fools. It ain't no keep it cool. Yeah, got a snail champ, boy, they done let me out the ringer.
You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So you got to that part. This is the perfect example, okay?
Who is you talking to? It'll get dark when I spark with the world or two. Big body, black and red like the way I spit it, fools. It ain't no keep it cool. Yeah.
See, I ain't gonna keep it cool. And then he's already ready to get to that second part of the hook. Now, What he could have did was he could have paused, like, just keep it cool. And then like it'd be like, keep it cool. Then it said, then you can go right into the hook there as well. You know what I'm saying? So there's many different ways you can do that. And that's the way to look at it. Yes, Mikey, I agree 100%. He says, I can attest that's 100% true. It makes the navigating to the hook so much harder when it bleeds over too much when performing. Absolutely. I'm telling you, when you want to do performances, everybody tries their best to think about it. You're doing your first performance, right? There's so many individuals that are out there like saying, I just want to make sure I get the words right. I want to make sure I say it right. I don't want to mess anybody up. I want to make sure I'm in the microphone. Think about it. You're thinking of 7 things at once when you're rapping. Hopefully they can hear me. I hope they vibing with it. I hope the beat's okay. I hope I remember my lyrics. I hope I know where my partner is. I hope he remembers. Oh man, I'm losing I'm losing breath. I'm doing all this. That's 7 things, right? Do you really want to add an 8th thing? Do you want to add another thing that you want to worry about when you're wrapping up on stage, right? Then make it simple and make it easy for yourself and start thinking about when you write these songs, you get to that last 2 bars and how it automatically goes into the hook. You have to figure out a way to make a transition from one thing to another. And that is ideally the best strategy that you can have as an artist when it comes to performing. As a veteran, that is a skill in writing and in song creation that should be in your tool belt. It is great that you can do these double times and all that. What would be greater is that if you could finish the double time a certain way where it gives you a breath or two to be able to go automatically in the hook. Funny story. So I'll just give you a quick story because we don't have a lot of submissions today. So I could definitely I can cook today. So I'll tell you a story. So there was a situation where I was performing at a convention, and I was performing one of the songs I know, Player One. I was performing that, ironically, and what happened is, actually this has happened twice. So one time, my DJ was, DJ Fluff. He was turning, we were working and performing, and his laptop shut down in the middle of the set. Like the beat was about to start and everything, and then the thing went off, right? So now you're like, oh my goodness, the sound is off. Everybody's looking at me. What do I do? Right? So what I ended up doing was I acted like it was part of it because people don't really know that. So what can you do when it comes to that? I literally started the song without the beat at all. And it got to the point that I did the entire song without the beat. Because I like it when I say player, you say one, player, one, and then it gets them involved, and then I rap that verse, and then after I rap the verse, I bring the hook back. Now they're even more engaged with what I'm saying because there isn't a beat there at all. And the reason why it's very important to be able to think on your toes like this is because in a show, anything can happen. And if you're in a show that's really like they're paying you or somebody's looking at you and seeing if they want to, maybe work with you later or label or anything like that, they want to see what you can do when everything is not perfect. You have to be prepared in any situation at all. If it gets to the point that you rapping, and we've all done it, all of us in this room, anybody who's performed, myself, 1,000,000 times, we have rapped to the point where we rap and we forgot what our lyrics were or we got lost or something like that. Now there's different artists that will be able to, freestyle those things. So if it gets to the point you just, you can start freestyling with something, and let's say it's like the last 4 bars or something like that. And you can do that. You can also be able to maybe get people to chant something, you know what I'm saying? When I say, it was certain things where I would get the 4 bars and I'd be like, when I say Detroit, y'all say hip hop, Detroit, hip hop, Detroit, hip hop. And you can do things like that on beat. And they'll think that it's actually, I keep hitting the mic, I'm sorry. They'll actually keep thinking, they'll think that's part of the show. And that's what makes things interesting there because it's thinking on your feet here. But it's hard to not think on your feet when you already have, it's nothing weirder then you performing, and then like let's say the actual track backing isn't in, it's in there, and that's fine. You know what I mean? If you perform with vocals or not, that's fine. Whatever, different strokes, different folks. But just keep in mind when you do that and you don't remember the lyrics with that, it just feels weird. Like it feels like, once you stop talking in the mic and then they hear the song in the background, there'll be people who, don't care about that. And then there'll be people who do. So at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you be able to give the most, the best performance that you can, regardless of whatever method you have. And that's my MO for that. You want to make sure you give the best performance that you can, regardless of what type of performance that you want to do. But when it comes to verses and all that kind of stuff, a lot of people really come to those performances to really hear you do it. You know what I'm saying? You could be amped to have a good time. There's a lot of, there's people for that. But for the musicianship and the artistry of it, it's just recommended to at least, if you're going to either rap with it or without it, just, literally perform when you have the microphone in your hand. That's all. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm going to touch on that. I can go days talking about this conversation, but I just want to let you know that's very important. But great work, though, Omega. Sorry it was long-winded, but this was very important. So I appreciate you bringing this up.
Got a snail chain, boy, they done let me out the ringer. You would think I'm King Mighty, saw this gold up on my fingers. Mix the candy with the oil, I'm trying to make sure that it lingers. Shoot it with me, close your pipe, you trying to knock flies off your whiskers. Hand of the villain, boy, I'm aiming for destruction. Hand of the villain, boy, I'm aiming for destruction. Hand of the villain, yeah, I ain't nothing to fuck with. Hand of the villain, boy, I'm aiming.
It's heat regardless. It's not anything about dealing with the track at all. It's just defo heat. It's not even an argument. All right, Woo, let's go. Okay, Woo, what's up? Hold on. Hold on. This is wait. Do you see how that beat came in? Hold on. Woo. What catalog you pulling from? Okay. All right. All right. So it depends on how you record this. The only reason why is because I know about a certain filter, like if you're using a high pass filter in the background, I can understand that part of the vibe 100%. But there should be just a little bit more compression in there to make it more prominent for that. Either that, or you need to stack at least another vocal or two with this, just so it can be a thicker aspect. Okay, so it was that. All right, cool. Woo. That's my homie Mike. Mikey Mike that's in there. We started rapping together since we were younger. Hit him up. He's probably gonna need some AMV videos from you, so hook him up, my dude. He's good for it, I promise.
Projects.
You know what? My one of my closest friends, Mikey. That's my bad, bro. I'm sorry, because it's so close. So close. But yeah, my bad, Mike. I'm sorry, dog. Yeah, I really love the feel of this beat, like a lot.
Hey, you and Tino, run that shit.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you're choosing great beats. It's just we just got to figure out some of the stuff when it comes to the vocal stuff. Like, we got to figure that out. We'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it. It's something. I don't know what mic you have. And if I knew what mic you have, I would know what frequency that mic is. And by knowing that actual frequency, I can see what would be the best kind of EQ for it. Because the thing is, it's not like it's a mic that's, I'm not hearing any quality for. Oh, you got a HyperX. Okay. All right. Okay. That's the HyperX is the one that got the color in it, right? Like it kind of glows red or blue or whatever. Is that the one that has like a color to it? I have a feeling that's what it is. That's what it reminds me of. But overall, like I said, the song writing and creating is great. It's getting better and better, 100%. But that's the thing. It's just that's the only thing that's missing now. We just got to figure out what's the right EQ for you. And I know Lost Sage and everybody, we're all trying to figure it out. And don't worry, we will. But that's the only thing that I'm hearing right now. At this point, it's just progression of you recording and writing a song and things like that. And I can't 100% critique that simply because of the fact that that's your art and the way that you have it sound. If that's the way you want it to sound, that's the way you want it to sound. All I can say is just a little bit about the EQ and the quality that you're releasing it in. That's the only things I would just be like, I would do this and I would do that. But I don't want to be the person that gets involved in your creative process. Whatever you felt was great at the time, it's what you was feeling. I'm just showing you certain things that maybe you could have did something different where it comes to the mix or the way certain things sound, or if you needed that kind of assistance, I would be there for it. So that's why I'm here. Alrighty. Mimi, let's go. Mimi got it on lock. Check the spread. Yeah.
Look, at my breaking point, why can't I fucking take it point? Spent my whole life waving through a window case and joined and made it in this bitch. They was praying for their kid. I've elevated to a state I feel like Satan don't exist. I grew up on Greek mythology, trying to decipher prophecies.
I've heard it. Mimi, check this out. I don't know if you do this. This is a recording etiquette. I don't know if you do this. I mean, Dave, you know that you do this, but I want to show you something real quick. So we go right back, and I'll tell you what exactly you're doing. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at how I look in the camera, and I know there's certain people here that do this, and you don't even know, right? So look, got the phone up here, right? I know I wish I can have it closer, but you'll see it's the phone here, right? Check this out. This is what I'm seeing a lot of you guys are doing. And you don't know you're doing it, but you are. So I'll show you.
At my breaking point, why can't I fucking take it point? Spent my whole life waving through a window case of joint and made it in this bitch. They was praying for the kid. I've elevated to a state I feel like Satan don't exist. I grew up.
Okay, did you see what I mean in the motion here? So what's going on is that everybody gets, when you're recording, you kind of get amped to it. You're bouncing back and forth and things like that. Here's the thing, Mimi, that I'm hearing. What's going on is that when you're recording, when you're recording, when you move your mouth from one side like this, and you move it here and you're closer, and then you move it back, you're like this, and you move it here and you're like that. So whether if you are recording just, straight through the verses how you are somehow moving around the microphone where it's only getting a little bit of the volume. Like it'll get you 100%, but then like in the next line, it might get like 89. And then the next line, it might get 76. And then it might go back at 100, 110 because you're really close on the microphone like this. Just kind of be careful. One thing I recommend is that if you got like let's say you got your microphone and then you got a recording booth. Let's say you got a little shield booth thing, right? This is what I recommend. Most people hold their phone out like this and, that kind of thing. Now, understand if you're talking like this, you're not directly under the microphone direction. You feel what I'm saying? What I recommend is you want to go overhead, okay? So you see how the mic is straight up like this. Make sure it's like that 4 inches back and forth here, right? So what you want to do is I recommend the overhead. So you want to make sure that your phone or how you're looking at your lyrics or if you memorize it or something, make sure it's always completely even with the microphone that you have. The reason being is because when you're reading that and you get in that particular mode in that zone here, you don't have to worry about you not being directly with the microphone. And that's how a lot of you guys start clipping and all that stuff because you turn up the gain thinking that, it's not loud enough. But in reality, it's not because of that. It's because of the fact that you're not recording directly into the microphone. You may feel you are because you're in front of the pop screen, but you got to make sure you're careful about where you are. So when you have something, it's like 4 inches from the pop screen and then 4 inches from the microphone. And that's called an 8-point recording. That's important because that way you don't have to worry about you having the wrong gain up and you have to turn things louder or it starts clipping or anything. And that's what you want to do. If you're here and let's say you're a loud rapper and you start rapping loud or something, you can be able to gauge your gain based on where you are anyway. So when you hear your stuff and you hear it recording, whether if you're recording in BandLab or FL or Pro Tools or Logic or any of the program that you choose to use, you don't have to necessarily worry about that aspect because you already at the dominant sweet spot of what your recording is. And then based on how loud you want to be or anything like that, you can be able to gauge your knob based off of that. So that kind of thing is important. You just got to be careful because that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing little small dips in the mic of the recording straight through, and it works out just fine. Especially when you get amped, you get rapping, you start moving, you start doing that, and that works fine. But try your hardest to stay in the same spot and stay consistent all the way through the entire thing. You can still get the amped and get excited and stuff like that. You can get in the zone. But just understand, try your best to do that like you're just sitting there, like you're just sitting or you're just standing there, and you just make sure that you are always focused in that same parameter at that time. That will improve the majority of everybody's recording by at least 40%. Because that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the drop-offs, the back and forth. And I'm not talking about the ones that's using the AirPods and all this stuff, like just trying to get things out. I'm talking about once you get to that microphone and you got it on a computer and you got it all set up for BandLab or whatever you choose to use, and you're getting ready to record that solid recording, this is an etiquette and practice that you want to make sure you get in your head. Bars is ill nonetheless, but it's just about fixing certain mistakes that could be happening.
On Greek mythology, trying to decipher prophecies. Figured out I'm a prodigy among affluent progenies. Fuck what they thought of me, I've been evolving constantly. I'm not that same nigga sliding answers in geometry. Putting in this work and stacking bands, it's a common week for me. They was trying to run their hands, we left them body in the street. It's a rock, I gotta be. No more jolly days for me. I'm LeBron, I got the heat, and you can't stop me in my peak. I'm on a different plane. See snakes, EA, it's just in the game. Need $8 million and a little change. Take blade, mix it up with a bitty yang. Put this urban legend in the picture frame. We wanna fight and die, why the hell should we pretend? Every life an open book, but every chapter got an end. I don't know why I could.
You see the difference? And when you go into the next recording here, now you can see there's like a little bit more treatment, there's a little bit more compression, a little bit more reverb in this part of it. But like I said, that's why when you go to these acapella stuff and you turn off the beat, you can be able to hear the differences between the two vocals. Normally it could be the microphone or what exactly you did, but I recommend if you guys are going to mix and do features and things like that, make sure both individuals have dry wave files. Yes, that actually means something. The wave file has more data that can be transferred with the audio when you have that on the actual full track. So by the more waves that you have for that, the more promising that you could be able to have on an open mix. Now that could be debatable based on certain experiences that you may have to be able to work with an MP3 and make it sound a certain way, or if that MP3 is a beat and it's already at a certain master or a certain level. I mean, we can always go debates with wave and MP3s, but I'm just saying for anybody who's starting out and doing features and all those things, make sure you try your best to submit a dry wave, because it could be something that an engineer that may need that particular leeway to be able to give you the best, the best mix that they possibly could. Especially if it can start from just from the dry vocal by itself, it makes it a lot easier for them to work with. So just keep that in mind when you're submitting these things. The best etiquette I would recommend, I guess a lot of people in the Nerdcore community have done, is just make sure that you have your separate verse. Your ad libs are all separate with waves. You put a reference in there of what exactly you feel it should sound. That way the engineer knows where exactly it lands on beat. That's why you don't have a big surprise in the cipher and be like, yo, I'm completely off beat. And then the engineer will be like, well, I didn't know that. I thought it was just exactly what it was placed. And then now you're like, no, that's not what it is. But if you give them a reference, now they can't say nothing. Now it's like, look, I gave you a reference and this is what it's supposed to sound like. And they'll be like, okay, all right, I see what it is. And then that could be an easy fix. And then, of course, followed by the lyrics, just in case if you guys are doing a video or anything like that. And then maybe a document that shows, like, your email or what it is. Like, if you're with DistroKid or you're any kind of distro or DSPs or something like that, the way your name is spelled. I mean, like, little nuances that you can put in the folder itself. That way you can ensure that there won't be any mistakes, especially if it's somebody that's brand new that you never really worked with before, or you're brand new and you never worked with anybody before. Having all those things together in a folder not only make it sufficient and it makes it easier, but it also allows individuals not have to worry about all the other things after they got like 12 people they're going to mix, or the person who's doing the AMVs got like 4 other videos they got to finish up. Make things simple by already providing the information. That way they don't have to go back and forth with you, all that kind of thing. But that's just for like people who are new. Now, if it's individuals who know you and work with you before and all that, I mean, it should be verbatim, but make sure you kind of stay in that particular, foundation, a fundamental practice. Make it a fundamental practice. That way it makes your particular brand professional. Everything's put together and you don't have to worry about stuff. And then what's great about that is that more people will want to work with you just because of the fact that you have a professional background of your particular brand. As an artist, you are a brand as well, so you want to make sure you treat it like that. If you're a brand that sells something, do you want your box to look beat up and scratched and not look polished? No, you would want it to look the best way possible so they will come back and want to grab more things from you. And that's just how the business world works.
Look that could leave me satisfied. My spirit won't be took. I can't be no sacrifice. I can't be no sacrifice. Yeah, I can't be no sacrifice.
See? Make sure you mute the beat. That way you can know where these volumes are in these vocals, okay?
The truth, I judge your vision like an ophthalmologist. Fix it for you, so I slide with a tool. Pull they card if they wanna do. Hit they top, what they do now. Me linking up in the stool. It's like booth when they play out. Doubt the kid, man. Forgot about me like our mentals kicked in. We climbing higher like the lead he kicked in. Standing on a fake gang. So the scooter run up, catch a body like his face stay. Honest like a body, anybody who gon' touch gang. Who gon' touch gang? Been a problem since they
one and that's on my grave. I just pile on my problems like a dumb sight. I saw him feeling for paper, I better make a move right. Betting me and his maker, y'all got cheese for the taking. Seeing ghosts in the making, I'm so glad that I made it. I have no more bag that I'm chasing. Y'all steady playing games, dog. I started at the bottom, like what even is a gulag? Not too long, man, a small yard gang. Like I hang around with chicks, like that chopper bang. And we steady taking risks, we is not this.
See, this part is really, really cool. Like that part is really, really cool with the harmonies and the notes. That's awesome. But like I said, it's just you just got to make sure all those vocals are level, because when you do that, it could just really set it off. Like that part could have really set this track off even more if everything was just level. It just got to be level, okay?
Finna risk a lot just so you can talk about fame. It's crazy.
What we wanna fight and die, why the hell should we pretend? Every life an open book, but every chapter got an end. I don't know where I could look that could leave me satisfied. My spirit won't be took, I can't be no sacrifice. I can't be no sacrifice. Yeah, I can't be no sacrifice.
Johnny, what up, man? Other than that, it's a smooth record all the way through. It's just those little, I'm telling you, those things is what's going to set things from going from a 7 to a 9. That's really what it is. It's just, sometimes we just get to the mix and we just want to make sure that people can hear the vocal. Like we just say, as long as the vocal is out there and the beat does what it is, it's supposed to work. And ideally, you know, in theory, that's how it's supposed to work. But the point is, what I'm saying is that everybody has that thought. And since everybody has that thought, you have different ears than somebody else. And because you have that, what you could consider loud could not be loud for somebody else. So that's where you get to the point where you find a consistent, compromisable level where you can hear the vocal and it's even throughout the entire song. Everybody has their ideal of what they think should be, their vocal should be loud or whatever, so they can be able to hear. You know, they want it to be loud, they want to be concise, they want to be clear. And that's kind of ideal in most of the songs, especially in the rap songs that we're doing. You want to make sure we have all those things. But you have to understand at the same time that you have to find a considerable master level of wherever your vocal is going to be. And that's where a lot of people get kind of lost in the grass here. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you, best thing is, like I said, mute the beat and hear the whole track a cappella. You'll automatically be able to hear the certain vocals that are like, okay, that one's way louder than me, or I'm way quiet than that. It just gives you an ideal of what exactly is going to be for the vocal. Then you put the instrumental in. The instrumental already has its own level. So that's where you'll be able to match it the best way possible there. And that's when you know, if you need a reverb or you need a compression or anything like that. You know what I mean? You just learn these aspects for it. You know what I mean? Too much compression sounds like this. That's too much compression. So you want to turn that down, right? Then you got reverb. That's way too much reverb, right? You want to make sure you dial that, but you just want to do it acquired to taste here. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a couple dashes of salt kind of thing. That's what you want to do. You get delays. Delays can be too much because it's belaying, and you see how it's messing up my vocal? That's a lot of tracks I've been hearing lately with that. If you have reverb and delays, you see how much space that takes away in the mix itself. That's what you want to make sure that you understand and consider when you're doing in these mixes. There's your compression, your reverb, and your delay. If you can be able to find a happy medium where it makes your voice stand out, but it doesn't distract anything, that's the ideal mix you want to look for. Now, when it comes to ad-libs, remember, it's the same thing. But understand, just like anything like a video game, for example, if you already have an armor already set up for your vocal already, right? And you have ad-libs, what happens when you add on more armor and things like that? If you play Elden Ring or you play any kind of RPG or something, you don't move as fast. You're not as nimble. You're not able to swing the way you need to. You're not able to move. It's not going to be beneficial. It's more of a disadvantage than an advantage. So that's the things you got to think about when it comes to ad-libs and stuff like that. Maybe you want a bigger reverb on that or a delay on the ad-libs, because then it's able to help out the main vocal, and that's the main point. So your main vocal is the power that you need to get to wherever you need to get to. But the ad-libs is only to add accessory in addition to your particular product. So then you could be unstoppable because of the fact of being able to have the right tools necessary to do what you need to do. Think of it like that. Think of it like a warrior RPG or something like that, and just, connect it together that way. Yeah. Ty, let's go. That's funny how I mentioned it, and now it's the Gohan Super Saiyan 3 Ascension music.
Screaming like a bitch, fuck boy, better man up. Broken legs, get me while I'm down, watch me stand up. Unlimited potential can't be measured on the scanner. Been through so much drama, if I snap, I'm causing damage. Screaming like a bitch, fuck boy, better man up. Broken legs, get me while I'm down, watch me stand up. Unlimited potential can't be measured on the scanner. Been through so much drama, if I snap, I'm causing damage. Battling societal views since I was young. Rattling inside of my shoes, I learned to run. And faster than the shit I was talking, bitch, I'm the one. Thought the world revolved around me because I was the only son. Stunned at birth, what is the worst it could have done to me? I'm one of the first to put in work, it's work to fucking see somebody who's under me. Rehearse and still fumble the beat like a bumblebee, it fucking stings. When the clap hits, get to cooking, get imaginative. You just have to practice it, scientific magic tricks. Once I was an angel, now I'm Satan's advocate. All I make is bangers and I'm dropping shit like laxatives. Hyperbolic chamber just to feel a little adequate. Super Saiyan palliatives, any less forget the jet.
I'm liking this mix all the way through so far. It's very consistent. Only thing is, maybe a little reverb love in there. Other than that, it's fine.
Jester, we ain't having it unless you're a philanthropist. Whip it out, I think I just granted her dragon wish. Screaming like a bitch, fuck boy, better man up. Broken legs, hit me while I'm down, watch me stand up. Unlimited potential can't be measured on the scanner. Been through so much drama, if I snap, I'm causing damage. Screaming like a bitch, fuck boy, better man up. Broken legs, hit me while I'm down, watch me stand up. Unlimited potential can't be measured on the scanner. Been through so much drama, if I snap, I'm causing damage.
Only thing that gets me about this this song, and it's in the beat itself. It's kind of weird watching Beast Gohan sound like 11-year-old Gohan in the beat. Like that's the only thing. Other than that, that's just me being funny. It has nothing to do with it, but you know what I mean. Alrighty. So how many we got left? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 9 left. All right, cool beans. Let's go, Temp. First off, happy birthday to my moderator, Temp. Rawr. And happy birthday to Mango as well. That's what I'm talking about. And they made a song for their birthday. They birthday twins. What's up, John? I know, man. I love that. That's super smooth. I like how that went all the way through. Happy birthday to both of you guys, and hopefully you're enjoying your days. Thank you so much. Alrighty, let's go right into the next one. Besides, let me see. Where are you at? Hold on. See. Oh, there's more. Okay. You're not second to last. See, look at you. You got 3 more people after you. You'll be all right. Plus, we're going super quick anyway. So you only got about maybe 4 ahead of you. But I'm moving pretty fast, so let's go.
It's APE, little bitch, and I put that on a guy.
I be stepping on that block, cruise around like Speed Racer. Knock the wind out of a bitch, a windbreaker. How he claim me top out, but we know he a big faker. Big hater, get the squeezing the tool, a chalk maker. Pump fakers, get the swerving RC car. I ain't hopping in that whip unless my cell phone charge. I mean big bags, big whips, riding through the 6. Think I'm dubbing with the X, I'm really dubbing with your names for the shit talking. Now I'm getting rich, always prosper with the gang. Now I'm plugging with your bitch, shit sick. Making bands off of TikTok, couple rollies in the stash that don't never tick-tock. Like Albedo, got some red up in the wrist watch. New chain, Flavor Flay, toting around some big rocks. I mean big clocks, blowing pounds with your bitch, now she stumble over big. And I ain't talking about chicken. My nigga Chris touch a beating all the glue kids are tripping. When I throw another play, whole jump get the blitzing. No reindeer, but we steady thugging for the outside mission. Yeah, we get to popping and clapping just like it's Toto. First round pick and I kick like a dojo. For the next, I cut him down, shout out Joe Pro. Shoot another movie, go and bust out the GoPro. And that's fast, nigga. Start stinking like a bumblebee. Hop up in the scat and start spraying whoever ducking me. Bitch better drop a bag if she tryna fuck with me. People's in the waist, nigga toting on a double G. I've been out the way, Notre Dame, call me Little Reed. Stay throwing bullet passes, now the QB finna sneak. Thunder like a mountain, now a nigga finna peek. Kick a nigga in his chest, now a nigga feeling Greek.
All right, here you. Yeah. Like I said, you can rap about whatever you guys rapping about. My whole point is just making sure that things sound clean and all that. That works just fine. But I do have a question, a very ignorant question for no reason, and I just kind of want to mention it. Now, I see everybody, not everybody, but I've seen a good amount of songs. I want to be honest, a good amount of songs where people are like, they gonna be doing all these things with they be, right? I'm a teacher and it's all ages, so I try my best not to swear. Sometimes it comes out or whatever, but it's the conversation of we doing all this stuff with they be, right? I can think of a skit how everybody could be like, yeah, yep, I'm going to water park with my B. She like, okay, we're going to the water park, and then next thing like, yeah, I'm gonna go smoke with my B. Like, oh, okay, I'm not really into that, but whatever he wants to do, yeah, we about to kidnap a couple kids from my B. Like, wait, where'd this come from? Like, you guys are confident that everything that you're going to do, she going to be like, yep, I appreciate it. I just wanted to have a TED Talk there to mention that. I just find that part kind of funny. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I just be like.
You ever have one of those moments where you think, how the hell did I get here? Jeez, what happened?
And then other people probably going to look at me and they're just going to be like.
You ruined it. You ruined it, and I'm leaving.
And I'm sorry if I made you do that. Let's go right into the next one. Other than that, it's a vibe for sure. It gives me a lot of Bay Area vibes to it, so I rock with it. Alrighty. Next, Mr. This is one of those instances like I was mentioning before. You will have a high vocal for it, but you'll try to figure out a way, especially if you have like a higher pitched voice when you're singing and all that kind of stuff. Like you want the track to bang, and I get it. But I'm letting you know, like with with the right levels of the track and things like that, it still can. It's just certain things that you got to do with your vocal. You got to give it a little bit of love. You need a little bit more compression on that. Or you may have had too much compression and it's blending in with the heavy low end of this beat as well. So it's just different kinds of formulas here. I'm going to listen to more of this and I'll see what I can get.
I'm the best. Fuck with us and we leave you cross out like an ex-savage test. Yeah, me and my homies, we never test. If we step into my castle, we finna leave it at that. Yeah, I'm with nobody. I'm also heartless. Come step to me, cut you up and saw you where your heart is. Yeah, you're pitiful. I kill every kid I'll see regardless. Yeah, do that dirty work. Come step to me, that kid is harmless.
That's the only part. Like I said, the energy is there, the sound is good, the auto-tune's fine, all that's fine. It's just the leveling of the beat and the mix, and I feel it'll work out. But that's the only thing I can say about that. Other than that, no bad, not bad at all. Alrighty, mic drop, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, featuring Macro, he ain't been around a minute.
Yeah, they say the pressure goes pipes. I can tell you that they ain't been lying. But putting pressure on Kobe, transforming the kid to a diamond. Bro, when I slide to a show, you can tell that the youngin' been shine. That shit too bright. And you can tell him I show you ain't breaking me, that's how I'm wired. They really can't touch me. This diamond unbreakable. Yeah, it's unbreakable. Yeah, I'm unshakable. Baby, I'm OP. I'm irreplaceable. Yeah. This diamond unbreakable. Diamond's unbreakable. Yeah, I'm unshakable. Baby, I'm OP. I'm irreplaceable.
Yeah, I got the drip. Look at the fit. Stand on my toes. Keep that on my hip. All of my foes know that I'm legit. And all of these hoes won't ride on my yeah. I don't give a damn what a peon say. You replaceable. You ain't Beyonce. We don't play. Homie got a problem. I'ma be on the way like on delay. The way I lean back, I'll probably crack your spine to get your ass whooped in about half the time. For coming after mine. You ain't a mastermind. Saw the dead end, but you went past the sign. Should've known that's a crime. It's so asinine. You can pay your respects, just cash is fine. I don't need a complex ass master shrine. That's a waste of time. Gotta be okay with dying. Tryna break me like I ain't made a diamond. Do whatever he say like the name was Simon. You don't wanna end up with your mama crying. Your thoughts should've stayed in private. Get a new job, you should go and save the climate. Make a YouTube, you could probably monetize it. Messing with a Joe Bro, I do not advise.
They say the pressure goes pipes. I can tell you that they ain't been lying. But putting pressure on Kobe, transforming the kid to a diamond. Bro, when I slide to a show, you can tell that the youngin' been shine. That shit too bright. And you can tell him I show you ain't breaking me, that's how I'm wired. They really can't touch me. This diamond unbreakable. Yeah, it's unbreakable. Yeah, I'm unshakable. Baby, I'm OP. I'm irreplaceable. Yeah. This diamond unbreakable. Diamond's unbreakable. Yeah, I'm unshakable. Baby, I'm OP. I'm irreplaceable. Yeah. When I pull up to a show, I be glistening. I hit the stage and y'all listening. Can't comprehend what y'all witnessing. Diamond the name, y'all christening. I wear my heart on my sleeve and I move on belief. Now, homie, it's more like my head. Keep my emotions at ease and my thoughts at they peak. When you mix them, you know what you get. Motherfucker, I'm a crazy diamond. When I come around, grab the kids and hide them. I get tweaking when I start to live it. I don't lost my mind, I need to find asylum. In the same breath, I be peaceful minded. Wait, you ain't get it? I be peaceful minded. I can show love, I take a piece right out them. We different cause you talking about me, I taught them. All of y'all dime a dozen. Not me, I'm different. Y'all like the gumption. That's self-infliction. Always act like onions, but the layers missing. When I shoot, y'all missing. When I shoot, I'm hitting. It's a shoot. I'm on a hero mission. Trying to save the lanes, that's a hero mission. I'm my Uncle Ben, giving hero wisdom cause of great power. Yeah, you get the vision. They say the pressure
that was nice.
Tell you that they ain't been lying. But putting pressure on Kobe, transforming the kid to a diamond.
Bro, when I start to a show, you can tell that the younger bitch shine. That shit too bright. And you can tell on my show, you ain't breaking me, that's how I'm wired. They really can't touch me. This diamond unbreakable. Yeah, it's unbreakable. Yeah, I'm unshakable. Yeah, I'm unshakable. Baby, I'm OP. Woo. I'm irreplaceable. Yeah, yeah. This diamond unbreakable. Diamond's unbreakable. Yeah, I'm unshakable. Yeah, I'm unshakable. Baby, I'm OP. I'm irreplaceable. Yeah, can't replace me.
Yeah, I got no problem with the mix here. Everything is relatively smooth. Macro came in there. Welcome back, Macro. I haven't heard him over a track in a minute. I hope you and Nikki and all you guys are doing well. Hope all is well. Hope the fam's well. Hope everything's good, man. I know we haven't chopped it up in a minute, but just wanted to let you know, hope everything is well and prosperous for you, my dude. Adi. Next. Now, I've seen a lot of people have been doing different kinds of effects on these vocals here, and I've been saying like, yo, like, you know, careful with the filter and all that stuff. I'm just going to wait with these hooks things are done, and then I hear the verse, and if it's in the same thing, that's why I'm going to stop the track.
You don't want nothing with me. You don't want nothing with me. You don't want nothing with me. Smoke 'em like this shit, you stick a poke 'em in the verse, come on, flex like a bread, it's the heat.
Okay, yep, all right, I feel better now. Okay, cool.
I'm reading, I'm feeling them. Control, I'm deleting them. Yeah, I know I'm in the key. Yeah, I'm in the G. Yeah, that's short for I know that I've been a ghost with some bands on the code, and I go to Arizona just to say that I've been with the smoke. Okay, go. How you try to to me? How you even get to say go? Hey, you try to take me down the road, can't stay, how flow. Okay, go. And I ain't worried about you, you got no control. Okay, go. Okay, go. Okay, go. Okay. Look, man, I guess I'm coming up in the throat. And you dumb, man, you ain't got nothing to what I wrote. You a stunt, man, but now you wanna be on the phone. Wanna be great friends, you nothing about this. I'm a legacy, feeding the scheme, so why would you stack to me? Yeah, huh? What's gonna say what they gonna tell me that I'm... Tell me who the greatest.
Okay, now this part I understand you're just getting amped with it, but it's kind of off, just a little off beat here.
Tell me who the greatest love. Tell me who gon' make it, tell me who gon' make it. If your answer wasn't me, then you was playing. You was wrong when I mastered Black on Vader, and I keep me a blade like Vega. You was in real life, you was not in the covenant. You tryna run against, he get you double, go wonder. I'm hurry on, everyone, different y'all. Million, need a million, any ops, any block, any shot, every job. I'ma twist a pen on like a silly star, rolling with a 50, keep a million, keep the chug. Your girl come up and slurp on Ivy, yeah, that's who she be on. Blackout, turn the power off, I'ma max out, I ain't never lost. They gon' ask how, but I'ma set it off, I'ma set it off. In the sky, I'ma set, with these hands, I'ma set. From the set with these hands, sky, I'ma cut you and your whole set. Take you both back, you are no threat. They think I'm easy when I'm pulling up, it's just gun smoke, death stroke. Oh yes, ho-oh, save blades on slave. Wayward souls on the way. Wade Wilson, seen in a random bullets like throwing 100 and running. They go see destruction if you go pull up to be fronted. Okay, who with me? Who else gonna sit with they go and tell me that I'm someone that you wanna be? Someone go step to the queen on some power like we know what you see be. You don't want no smoke with me. You don't want no smoke with me. You don't want no smoke with me.
The Unison MIDI chord pack.
Unison's MIDI chord pack.
The Unison MIDI chord pack.
If you don't know.
Oh, he's talking about. Yeah. Other than that, that's where it is. It's just some weird pockets in the delivery there, but other than that, like I said, you just get better with experience with that. Didn't hear anything weird in the vocal mix except, you know, the hook filter is kind of off just a little bit, but I understand what you're trying to do. It wasn't like it wasn't clear or anything like that, but it's one of those, if you like it, I love it. But I just would have went a different route with that. Other than that, no problem. All right, next. Kitana. wins.
Wait, bitch, I said a move. Yeah, I can never die knowing I got shit to do. Wait, small thing piss me off. Fuck, I'm in a mood. Hey, you can wear every single damn fucking lose. When my bitch got an attitude, I'm popping that shit loose. Hey, come and test me. You know when I'm a beast, I mean you can never best me. Scared of the name, man. Who the fuck gon' check me? It might be your girl, goddamn, she look sexy. Hey. I might die, fuck it, he gon' end up on the ground, my shooter at my side. I might pistol whip a nigga, he gon' fuck around and try. Lying up his house, fuck it, I'ma take his blind if he step outside. Wait, never thought I would feel alive. Yo, with my fucking hand and you die. Why you show a pistol like a five? Yeah, know your fucking life is a lie. Hey, I'm the thinking man, you just decent. Nigga got some shit to say, nigga, I've been reaping. I'm not good at hiding, so I on the roll of seeking. Laying my on the floor, man, his body fucking bleeding. Heavy artillery, been a mother, bitch, I stand by. I got bombs in the palm of my hand, bitch, they all.
Should stack this vocal, then have like a pitch down with it, have like a crunchy effect. It would have made this even more fire. This is dope so far though.
Flying, now it's how me, though, bitch, you knew that. All the same as me, bitch, we do that. Hey, I can cook it up, nigga, I ain't got no feature on this shit, don't give a fuck. If he playing with me, I'ma smack him up again, that's tough. Nigga, who the fuck are you, bitch, I blow you up. Hey, get low, hey, you know. Hey, try to tag the team, but they all fucking slow. Shit, it's a real problem, damn, I'ma come up, bro. Wait, never thought I would feel alive. Yo, with my fucking hand and you die. Why you show a pistol like a five? Yeah, know your fucking life is a lie. Hey, I'm the bigger man, you just decent. Nigga got some shit to say, nigga, I've been reaping. I'm not good at hiding, so I don't know what I see again. Man, my on the phone, man, his body fucking bleeding.
Beat is fire. Beat is fire. I liked how you rolled the beat. Did what it needed to do. I didn't have any problem with mixing nothing. So great work, man. Don't really have too much notes here. Elemento, it's your turn. I'll just wait, see if he gets here yet, and then we can begin. Because the man Elemento makes sure that he's always there at every single stream, and for some reason, I don't know why, but they always put him towards the end of the list. So I want you to make sure you give Elemental some love here, because he has heard all of you every single Monday, regardless what it is. He always hears all of your songs, always. Well, alrighty, let's go. Oh, he even warned me this time. oh. I'm joking. Just be careful.
I got these feelings I don't know. I got these feelings I don't wanna let you. Can you stay one more day?
Got it. There's a person I want you to study. I want you to study Aaron Lewis from Stained. Because you guys have the same runs. You do the same runs. Kind of like One More Day, the way you're singing right now, it sounds like it's been a while. Or you can do, I think it's Been a While or For You. It's from the Break the Cycle album back in like 2000. Yeah, back in 2000.
Can you stay one more day? I don't wanna let you go. I don't wanna let you go. I wanna let you go. I don't wanna let you. I'll give you my heart, just don't break. There's a hole in my chest and it's vacant. I swear only you can replace the level of me. I can't take all the faking the walls they put up by ourselves. And forgive me if I get too jaded. Jealousy fills my mind with persuasion. Every spicy remark I still taste it. Life is a hard pill to swallow, but you put it down. I know this place a great escape where we deface the pain, where we can be ourselves. I know a place away where we can take a break and say the words that we feel. feelings I don't know. I got these feelings I don't wanna let you.
Hey, actually, Galactic, bro, we did have a short list this time. I'm actually him, and then there's 2 more songs after this. If I have room, you could drop the link in the chat, or if you got the points, which is 5,000 points, you could do a skip the line too.
That we part ways, don't know how to address all the heartbreak. Feel lit on my neck, DM car pain. Nothing matters except what the heart makes. And the sound of your breath, you're so charming. Something I can attest, you're the song, man. And you put me to rest all the hard days that I just can't forget without you.
That was a great run, Element. That was a very, very great run. Not you got one solid vocal like that. Find certain vocals that you can put in a high pass filter to be running as an ad lib as well. So then that way it kind of not harmonizing. You don't necessarily have to harmonize for it, because sometimes you can force it and it'll just sound terrible. But what I'm saying is just having in the background of it, just kind of in the ambience of it, will work out little harmonies like, yeah, yeah. Like any of those will even supplement it even more. Because it's great. It's a solid vocal. You can keep it the way it is here, but you got to think of those stuff. See, Joe came in here. Cal came in here. How you guys doing? No, I know. I closed it because of that. Other than that, bro, great work. 100%. Like I said, man, you're getting better every single day. And that's the whole point of this being able to do this stream in general. It's just so you guys can be able to be like, hey, you know, I'm seeing improvement. And it's not just somebody who's either being like, keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? That's not what this is for. Like I say before, I'm not a reactor. I'm not reacting to anything here. I'm just giving, a teacher's feedback of what I can see that you guys can improve on, whether if it's audio or if you need some help with delivery, or also just to let people know, and I'm not sure if anybody knows this, but you can easily drop questions in the chat. It doesn't necessarily have to be about your song. It could be any question whatsoever at all that you may have about maybe mixing or what kind of microphone you should use or any kind of feedback whatsoever at all. I'm an open book for that. And you can always reach out to me on my Discord or send me a message on Twitter, in the messages or anything like that. I'm not bougie like that. You can always hit me up. And that's just what it is. So what up, though? Every day I dodge my life to make sure I don't end up in your video in a bad light. Because I love laughing at it. And even if I did, I'll be laughing. You make great content, bro, is what I'm trying to say. Alrighty. Let's go to the last two here. Then we got Galactics in here. Same to you, Elemental, man.
Turn now and look at your loudspeaker.
Oh, actually, I do have news that actually got today. So I meant to say it. So just to let you know, a lot of people have been looking at this animated series I'm getting ready to start doing the voice of Jet Boy for. And what I found out earlier this week, I think like a couple days ago, maybe like last Thursday or Friday, they decided to not only do a pilot episode of the series, but they're doing an entire season. So it got picked up. It got picked up. And now it's 13 episodes. And it's not just 10-minute episodes. We're talking 22-minute episodes, bro. 22 minutes.
When I say player, you say what? Player. When I say player, you say player.
So in technical terms, I am a voice actor now. So that's really, really dope. I just got that news the other day. I was really excited about it, but I was just kind of content. I was like, so what does this mean? What does this mean? You know what I mean? You know, sometimes you be looking at stuff and you'll be like, so do I got to do something? Do I need to sign something? You know what I mean? They'll be like, we'll make sure you handle all those things when it's time. And I'm like, okay, all right, I get it. I'll wait. But yeah, let's go right into it.
I have perfected my greatest experiment.
Yeah, think you're a demon, best believe we're getting slayed. I find you guilty like a magistrate. He's the best, only cause of his privilege. It's not up for discussion, no debate. Traffic away, now it's out of shape. Don't mean expansion, 6 hours, you get lost in his gaze. Infinity forward, I stuff more than what his brain can take. I said bad signals to medulla, nigga. Don't get ahead of yourself like Zuma. Maharaga, adaptation, maneuver. I know my ways, I find the sword, I'm Muda. She's more convinced like this bitch, never tuna. Thinking I'm in love with a fupa. Now shorty, I could have said it sooner. I didn't want to come off like a persecutor. Chasers, like piece of Pete. I'm a bad chaser. Niggas are doomed, I'm down fader. My pen move like lightsaber. DBC, my power, scared cat. Now be measured. Gojo, I've had enough, let me buy pressure. So much violence and it's not censored. Told you, not a golden child, I was not treasured. So be careful how you talk to me. Capella, this is the focus. You can't now whether you lie walk, you lie feathers. Family tree, I found a new member. Who's better if he's not sender? Under knock at your door that you don't answer. No depressed, you weak, your skill technique, you're so standard. I'm so fed up with your manners. In the room, I'm the elephant to speak about. Sukuna nigga, get your demons out. Get your demons out.
Why can't just one of my magnificent experiments succeed today? Why do they all have to end like this?
I love the feel, and I love the way the beat moves, especially with the Griselda, you know, West Side Gun type of, you know what I mean? Rock Marcy, like that. That feel is nice. And, you know, just hearing that in an anime sense is dope. Like, I enjoy that. But, I don't really have any issues with the mix either. It's the higher pitch. It works out. I can hear everything that's being said, which is great. So, all right, let's go to mode. Hopefully I said it right. Yep, mode 7. And then I got you, Galacta. I see the thing. Catherine, what's up? I got to send you a message in a minute.
Bad witches never leave me alone.
Wait, it's a Banjo-Kazooie song? Okay, let's hear this.
Bad witches always in my phone. Bad witches trying to take me home. But that's fine, cause I'm in my zone. This bitch is a bad one. Evil witch casts spells for fun. Cast a spell on me, baby, cause I want some. By my side in my ride, call it outrun. To run this game right, need an evil queen by my side. Moonlight, mood right, got you in my side, got you in my grasp. I can tell by the way you laugh. I know you heard my rhymes, you know I move fast. Till like
I'm sorry, it's the visual is messing with me, and I'm trying to keep a straight face. But look at this, look at this. Like how I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, this is the bad witch she's talking about, and then she's like, yeah, I'm here, for no reason.
In my grasp, I can tell by the way you laugh. I know you heard my rhymes, you know I move fast. Till I get you home, then I move slow. Those curves got perfect control. Glint in your eye as I light up a bowl. Perfect match, hit the gas and then blow. Up to the mansion we roll. Tsundere shit, gotta face my foes. Looking so good from head to toe. Can't decide which way to go. Bad witches never leave me alone. Bad witches always in my phone. Bad witches trying to take me home. But that's fine cause I'm in my zone. Only thing I like more than gold is some cash money. Only thing I want more is some fine honey. I'm a bear and I'm out here hunting. Smarter than the average, using all my cunning. A little stun got me out here acting. Enchantment you must be casting. Just blunt, not trying to be nasty. Maybe I am, don't put anything past me. Can't get anything past you. Can you see my aura? Know exactly what I wanna do. Know exactly where I wanna go. Planted a seed in my head, now it's gonna grow. Like you didn't know, this was exactly your plan. Pick it up, man, on demand. You must be a demon. Vampire, and I'm about to let you in. Bad witches never leave me alone. Bad witches always in my phone. Bad witches trying to take me home. But that's fine cause I'm in my zone. Heard you got a cauldron bubbling at home. Got me doubling down, hitting you up on the phone. For another round, baby throw me a bone. And some I knew too, got a taste for the unknown. Limits of decency she's pushing. Got me caught up like an alien abduction. Got an appetite for destruction. Her and hell need no introduction. That's fine, we can go all night. Invite the darkness, turn out the light. Catch her in the sky. Across the moon she ride. I know it's the evil potions and brews, but damn, I still want you. She's an evil villain, she's destroyed millions. Hey, that's just what she do. Bad witches never leave me alone. Bad witches always in my phone. Bad witches trying to take me home. But that's fine cause I'm in my zone.
You know what's funny about Banjo-Kazooie? Like, it'll be whole animals through the entire game, and then they'll randomly put like, haha, humans, randomly, and you just be like, I don't know what I'm playing. Like, Banjo-Kazooie is like one of those games where you'll be in the middle of it, be like maybe 30% into beating it, and you'll be like, I don't even know what's even going on anymore. Like, you just all of a sudden just in a trance, and that's like the kind of game that is. Love it though, it's a classic. All right, we got one final one. Go to Galactics. It's no problem, man. I got you. Wait, is that? Oh, no. It almost looked like, yeah, I don't know.
So cool. Go to the wall, I get up, I fall, fuck it, we ball out. Got too much to lose, gotta stay on the move. Promise you that I'm not staying down. I ain't pushing, I'm moving so hard. Do it always been away, but I'm no longer losing. You think I'm doing the most now, then you're clueless. I've only just because solo dolo versus everyone. Went from the man in the background, leveled up into the man with a plan of attack. Have fun, it's my time now. Don't believe me, come find out. There's a new level to climb, yeah. On a new level tonight.
Hey, I move with the shadows, I rule them. Seen as the wickedest link, don't let me fool you. All of us gotta eat it, I've been full. I'm a prove that y'all slept on me and I'll grew you. Survival of the fittest, you will have to witness how I'm ascended, I leveled up. I got too much to lose, I'm not losing, I'm testing your rank. I promise you won't measure up. Let's go.
A price to pay, all part of the game. Players gonna play and I'm doing my thing. So I'm doing me and I know that I'll come over fight for this life and I will maintain it. Any limits I break it. Fuck with that shit that they say. In case I'm when I want to my way.
No longer moving like an E-rank. I do not see rank, should it be rank? Make a D-rank, completed objective, the best of S-class stepping on a different scale and on a different level, living.
Okay. Just to let you know, when it comes to the double time part, right? I can hear everything you're saying. That works out just fine. But there's something that you got to get used to. It's called the slow breathe in your rap. Because what's going on is that I can hear where you're trying to tap into that second breath as in you're going into the double time. So what you got to get through doing is that you got to be able, this is practice. You don't have to do this recording, but this is practice. So what you want to do is something I've learned as well. So one thing is, let's say you're rapping, you're doing a double time, right? What I want you to do without the beat, I want you to try to rap whatever you wrote or whatever you did as fast as you possibly can. no beat whatsoever at all, but let's say you're just trying to get the rhythm. You know what I mean? Make sure you try that first. Try that first, and then afterwards do that 2 or 3 times. Then come back to this beat, and then you rap, and then you're like, okay, so why do I have so much more breath this time versus what I had before? What's the reason why? Is because you're training your lungs and your delivery and, you know, your tongue and talking, so you could be able to rap these things a lot easier. See, a lot of people just go in there cold, and then the mouth is like, whoa, 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 hold on a second. Like, whoa, chill out. And then that's where you get all the, you know, the mess ups and the slurs and all that stuff when you're rapping. And that's what it is. But you want to get to the point where you are training your body to be able to do this. So when you get on the microphone and you go and perform these things, it's not going to feel like a chore. Be like, oh, here comes that double time. You know what I mean? See how it's not prepared. But if you learn to slow breathe, it's understanding it's an exhale, it's an inhale and an exhale. So when you're going like, you want to make sure you let it out slow, like all the way through. And that's where you're rapping, is you're letting it out slow, and that's what a monotone type of tone for. And if you're trying to do things amping and like make it more exciting vocal, that's where you can stack your emphasis. That's where you can stack your ad libs. You can do all of those things. That will make those hyper, because now you got breath to say those certain individual words in your ad libs, right? So you want to look at it from that perspective. Not saying you have this issue, but I know there's a lot of people have heard from experience having this issue, trying to make sure they're on beat while having the breath control and doing the double time. And that's just proper recording etiquette. After that, rapping the song over and over and over again in a repetitive sense before a show will also train you to be able to say, you know, rap that vocal the way you need to.
Successful, they tough over shadow for real. Top dogs put it down like battle face seal. One mission, protect the only love I have in this field. Let's go. I can be dog tall, I won't fall. Fuck 'em, I'm like fucking we ball. Try again when you level up. Got too much to lose, gotta stay on them. I promise you that I'm not staying down. I'ma stand tall over up, not playing with none of these spots that are stepping up. The weakest link reawaken, unleashed. They look at me now. I've only just because solo dollar versus everyone. Went from the man in the background, leveled up into the man with a plan of attack. Have fun. It's my time now. Don't believe me, come find out. There's a new level to climb now. On a new level in life now.
Other than that, good song all the way through. Mix wasn't bad. Everything was fine there. I'm just telling you something that way you know for the future. This isn't an issue you had on this track specifically, but I just want to let anybody know who is doing like double time tracks, and you're trying your best to, you know, especially if you're doing those contests. Like, just like a, you know, just a rule of thumb when it comes to these contests, like if you're doing a rap verse for it or a challenge or an opener, things like that, I see a lot of individuals that just feel like if you do the double time or you rap fast or you got this aggressive tone and then you put all those things, it's like that's what's going to take you over on the contest. Now, to be honest, it's not always the case. To be honest, it's what you can do in that 16 or in that 8. That's the main objective here. The main objective is what exactly you can do in that short amount of time. And what you do in that short amount of time is how efficient you will be with that. You write a 16, great. You got the 16 down. Now you're like, okay, I'm ready to record it so I can do this open, and then it'd be it. Okay, cool. But what are you going to do with that 16? If you know individuals are already going to come up with that double time and that aggression or be a complete barsmith, or they're going to do a sing rap, or they're going to have different, you know, voice changes and all that stuff. If you know they're all going to do that, start thinking about how you would do your 16, because you can have all those theatrics all you want to, but a good, well-versed track beats all. It trumps all. If any of those effects or any of the double times and all that stuff, it's just not together, but you know, you wrote all this like, oh, it sounds fire, it sounds dope. They might not like that because of the fact that they may be looking for something different, something consistent, something that, hey, I can see us doing a song together. And think about it. Most of the people who are doing these challenges are artists themselves or producers, where they want to be like, you know what, I would definitely like to do a track with that person. And then that's how you build a relationship. That's how you build a relationship in any of these communities. That's the most important thing that you have to understand at the end of the day. You know, you're doing a challenge. You may win that $20, $50 or whatever they offer, or beat or something. You may win that. Okay, great. And that's awesome that you have the skill for it. But what exactly are you going to do after that? Is it just going to be, you're just going to do contest songs the rest of your career? Or are you going to figure out, hey, you know, I like this beat. I think this beat is fire. Hey, who made this? Oh, the person who did this. All right, cool. Hey, you know, I did a contest. You know, I did one of your entries in the contest and I had a great time. And I really like this beat, or I like this vibe. You know, who made this beat? Did you produce it? Awesome. Can I check out your catalog and see what else you have? Okay, great. And then that's the whole point of understanding the contest here. The contest is be able not only just to try to win, of course you want to win, but don't get salty if you lose. The whole point is to be able to build a relationship with that producer or any of the individuals that's part of that. You know what I mean? And sometimes that could be better than just winning the contest. You get the bragging rights. Yeah, I won this contest and I'm dope and I'm fired. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. That's a blessing. Nothing taken from you whatsoever at all. But you got to understand, at the same time, you have to figure out what it takes to benefit you if you gave yourself the amount of time that you need to do that. That's extremely important. You build the relationships the best way you possibly can. And then on top of that, just to let you know, if you tried to hit them up and maybe they didn't hit you back or they let you on red or something like that, I mean, they got their choice of wherever it is too. But you can't be mad at them about that either. It's just you're going to have to move accordingly. Don't get in your feelings and mad about it or whatever. You know what I mean? Things happen. It's a competitive game. There's a lot of producers that's out there. There's tons of rappers. There's tons of everything. You have the ability to be able to work with somebody. You just have to search for it. You build relationships with them and you never know. That producer may get better just working with you. And then you guys come together and make a classic. And then if you come with a classic and it blows up and it goes viral or something, it's based off of what you guys did. You didn't need any help whatsoever at all. You worked together. And that's the mentality that you want to make sure that you have with it. You be humble and you understand that not everybody maybe wants to work with you or wants to be on a song with you or any of those things. Do not hold it to heart whatsoever at all. Sometimes they may not need somebody at that time, or they're trying to work on a solo project. There's many and numerous different reasons why individuals may not want to do something. If it's something petty, then that's the individual you don't need to work with in the first place. These are like concrete types of things and flags to pay attention to over time. But that's all I'm saying though. It's like you want to see what you can do to be creative about how you would do a 16. And what would be also good is good research is maybe look at the songs that they do. See if it's something that maybe they're looking for a certain kind of vibe for that song. Most people who do opens are looking for a vibe for a complete song. That's kind of what it's for. It's called an open because it gives you the ability to be able to be like, hey, if I did a song with this person and we were vibing, let's do that. Okay. This is what I would sound like if I did a collab with this person or I did a collab with that person. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like a good example of some people who've been doing opens, like it could be a Dizzy 8, it could be Callan, it could be any of those guys. But there's a certain aesthetic and sound that they have, and they look for those. Look for those kind of artists that fit that vibe, or it's something that gives a dynamic difference that can make it even more of a creativeness. And don't forget, they also listen to everybody. So even if it's a situation where maybe they don't think you fit on this, they might like the tone of how well you perform this and say, you know what? I have a boom bap track that that person be super ill on. Oh, I got a drill record I feel he'd be awesome on. Oh, I got like a alternative rock song that I might like his vocals on. You have to think outside the box and understand that artists think in a way of what would be the most ideal way to make a record. That's super important. So that's all I'm saying about that. You know what I mean? You can feel what you feel when it comes to open verses and it comes to all those things. Like, I fully understand you. Like I said, you can feel any way you want to. It still has its popularity contest. It still has its biases. It still has all of those particular elements. Okay. You know that already. So if you know that already, then why do you write for it? If that's going to be something that thoroughly bothers you, that's going to be a conversation you're going to have with yourself. All I'm going to tell you is that it's about the etiquette and it's about the fundamentals of understanding how to fully record a track to the best of the ability of the equipment that you have. That's super important. Like I said, got no problem with nobody. Got love for each and every one of you. I want to see all of you win. That's just what it is. But like I said, I'll see you guys next week. This is all the stuff for the Mark Cooper Monday. And I got to finish my album. So I will talk to you guys next week. Peace, y'all.